Hey guys, look who it is. It's Dr. Eggman.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Really?
Yeah. He's red as well. He fits with your blood angels. Yeah.
How on earth you doing, Phil?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? Hey James Jones. Hey Stephen Dunn. How are you lads? You doing fine and dandy?
Well, I got almost nothing done tonight. I got some black done on the Blood Angels, edited my white dwarf video, and then basically lost the last 4 hours somewhere.
That doesn't sound like nothing. Oh gosh, alright. Okay,
Well, I didn't get anything productive done, so I'm having a single can.
You get productive done. You tied the kitchen. You did a video. You did some painting.
I actually did the white dwarf video 3 times.
So you did 3 videos. That's what I'm hearing. Alright. Calm down, Harry. Swinging your penis all over the place. Well, hello, that wargamer. That's nice to see you, my friend.
How was your game with Reach yesterday?
It was really good, actually. I didn't take a single exocrine. No biovores, which is like blasphemy. Not a single Tyrannofex. Not a Manthrope in sight.
Speaking of the Manthrope, it's gone up to 140 points.
Yeah, we'll get that there. But it went really well. It was a nice, fun game. Took lictors. However, I did take 3 Flyrants though, so I'm not completely off the hook.
I had a game yesterday as well, Phil.
I did my little trick thing where I had 24 Devour shots twin linked against all of his boys, so that was fun.
Twin linked.
Yeah, rerolling on my filter hits, the Warlord trait.
Reroll failed hits as a Warlord trait.
Yeah, but you pick a certain data sheet.
Oh.
So I picked boys because he had like 150 of them. So it helped. Did well. Malicept was really good. Just 3 attacks in on 4 is not too reliable. But mixed with its mortal wound and its survivability, it's pretty damn good. Screamer Killers didn't perform well for me. I'm gonna try them out again, but I don't think they're good. Honestly.
I don't think they're not good. I just think against boys they're not good.
I just think no. I think the bioplasma hitting on 4s and it's a D6 shot. It's not amazing. And then getting into combat, I can do damage in combat. I don't think it's what as I expected. I think I need to play it a little bit more and see what's what. I played 2 on that day, so that was pretty fun. Lictors were interesting. Death Leaper was amazing. Yeah, and that was basically Toxicrines. I'm never going to leave home without one now, I don't think. They're just so good. So good. No word of a doubt. So good. But yeah, well, first of all, we'll talk about our sponsors. You know, everyone who follows us on Patreon, thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting us. It's an absolute honour to have you helping us out with making the battle reports better for everyone else. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Also, to our sponsor, Wargames, thank you so much. Go and check them out. They're really good. The Screamer Killer need enhanced sensors to make a fully use of their bioplasma. Yeah, the -1 hit, I totally forgot about, but an AWP player is not really shooting, so it's not really... I didn't think the Screamers looked that good either. I actually quite like them, the way they look. I put Thresher size on the tails even though they can't have them, mainly because I think it makes their tails look a lot better than just being this blank thing, so I guess that's one thing about them. Yeah,
I played the game yesterday as well, you know, Phil.
Huh?
I played the game yesterday.
Ah, yeah, you played with the Deathwatch.
I did.
Debut.
I finished them yesterday and then put them straight on the board.
Debut.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to edit. Well, the aim was to get it edited today, but I've had to do the White Dwarf video 3 times, and then I've got next to nothing else done. So depending how late we finish, I may consider editing it after.
Yeah. So that's something people can look forward to if that happens.
Yeah, if if it does get edited tonight, it will be available on Patreon in the morning. So Mr. Stephen Dunn, who is in the chat there, will be able to access it. And you can support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. That's about 75 pence.
$1. $1.
What are you going to pay for Death Company, Harry? Well, I've got 10 here that young Philip gave me. And I've got 5 that Lucy got me for my birthday that went on my birthday cake, which I can re-equip. And I've got 5 old metal ones. So I could, but I've just painted an army of Deathwatch and I don't feel like painting more Black Marines at the minute.
Racist.
So yeah, the Deathwatch Battle Report will hopefully be available tomorrow. If not, it'll be Wednesday.
Juicy. However, some things got released today, didn't they, Harry?
Yeah.
Some things got shown, didn't they?
Oh, the Blood Angel stuff.
Now, I haven't seen a single shred of them. So,
see, I went over these earlier. I'm excited, Phil.
So you're going to be getting my actual reaction here when Harry tells me what's the crack.
And providing we can get, obviously, it's pretty much safe to say that Lawrence and Winters and Strike and Scorpion are going to have pre-releases of the codexes. Sanger is no doubtfully going to be doing a game with Lawrence. So I will be watching that Saturday morning before I go. In fact, it'll be this Saturday morning. And I will be watching Winter's review as soon as it goes up. So they will both be there. And between the two of them and Scorpion, if he puts his up, and the community page, I mean, we've managed to do a Tyranid game. We've managed to do an Eldar game with the pre-release rules, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, a Blood Angel one shouldn't be too far-fetched. Now, the good thing is, Phil, I have a very large collection of Blood Angels.
Oh, yeah.
I have a very versatile collection of Blood Angels.
Oh, yeah.
Apart from, I haven't got that many bikes.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, you can get Land Speeder Storms now. You can get Hunters and Stalkers, Storm Talons, and...
No. Storm Talons hasn't been mentioned yet. Stormhawks have.
Alright, well, let me just pull up this in there, and we can look.
No.
I'll pull it up. Don't worry.
No, I want to read it.
You want to read it to me? Alright, read it to me. Whatever.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Stormhawks, okay? Now,
I'm here now.
that's all that's been mentioned, okay? It said we get access to weapons as well. But what weapons? I don't know. Because we've got Gravin Angel's Blade. So.
Well, wasn't there a bit in the White Dwarf that said Storm Talons?
Yeah. No. It said Stormhawk. I've got White Dwarf here. It said units such as the Stormhawk Interceptor, the Hunter and Stalker, and Dark Angels even gain access to Scout Bikes.
All right. I don't know where I read it then. No idea.
You haven't.
Pretty sure I have.
You haven't.
Uh-huh. Don't
I'll
start, you little poopy butthole. I'll get there. All right, tell me the story.
Okay, so let's scroll back to the top of the page. It's a long article. There's a lot of stuff in it. So, firstly, the Blood Angels are fittingly blessed with a melee-focused army-wide special rule, the Red Thirst. Now, interesting enough, Bill, we did actually predict this.
Right.
In any turn in which a unit with this ability was charged, or made an heroic intervention, you may add 1 to its wound rolls in the fight phase.
That's pretty good.
That is very good. Why is that, Bill?
It is. It just is.
Because toughness 7 monstrous creatures are now wounded on 4s, not 5s.
Well, yeah, I guess.
And elves are pummeled on 2s.
Alright, come on.
You just imagine a space marine Blood Angel going. So, Yeah, it gives them +1 to wound, which means it's basically it just makes getting a 2+ to wound that much easier, as well as helping your smaller units damage even your enemy's toughest monsters and vehicles with ease.
Yeah, like Dante is wounding a swarm lord on what strength is Dante?
6, so he's now.
So 5s, he's now 4s.
Yeah.
Wow. It's pretty good.
Just imagine. Hang on, Swarm Lord's toughness 6, isn't he?
He's toughness 7, mate.
Nah, I'm sure Swarm he's only 6.
No, because the High Tyrants and Swarm Lord went up by toughness.
I knew the High Tyrant went up, I didn't think Swarmy did.
Swarmy did.
Alright, fair
And
enough.
they got an extra invul. Yeah, suck it, Blood Angel, that's right.
I am not chucking Dante against the Swarm Lord.
Why
That would
not?
be suicide.
Why not? You killed him in the
So
fluff.
2 saves
After
and I'm
taking
dead.
12 more, loads of mortal wounds.
No.
It's written in the Codex, Harry. I'm not even joking.
Okay. So just
Bring him.
imagine a unit of Reavers dropping in with the +1 to wound.
That's not the first thing I would have thought of, Harry, but alright.
No, but they are trying to shove Primaris stuff down my throat. And as I said to you, I seriously regret painting my Primaris Marines as Blood Angels.
So is that it? Is that all that's been revealed?
No.
Alright.
All Blood Angel successors use the Red Thirst and other Blood Angel rules too, as if Gabriel Seth needed to get even deadlier.
Okay, so this is not what I wanted. I wanted there to be successor chapter rules, but I'm happy that there isn't. Like, there's not like a specific chapter that's way better, kind of like how Garda and things like that.
Yep.
So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
So, the Blood Angel Codex is absolutely packed with new units. As you'd expect, Blood Angels now have access to the entire Primaris Space Marine arsenal, shoving them down my throat.
Cool.
But what you might not know is that the Codex also broadens the Blood Angels' range of traditional Space Marine weapons and units.
Maybe weapons kind of like what, like a relic blade in there.
So, yeah, because eviscerators and everything were missed out, so it does say traditional units. It says you'll now be able to escort your flyers into battle alongside the Stormhawk Interceptor.
Pretty good.
Transport scouts into the heart of battle aboard Landspeeder Storms, or unleash the might of ancient technologies from the Horus Heresy like Contemptor Dreadnought, as well as Cataphractii and Tartarus Pattern Terminators.
Cataphractii Terminators would be pretty good because of the Fope Invul and then the Lightning Claws and then the...
They only move 4 inches.
And... so you're not going to use the... I'll be using the Teleport Strike. I don't give a damn if you 4 inches.
But we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. So as you'd expect, there's loads of stratagems being designed in a way to open up new informatic ways to structure your army. Death Visions of Sanguinius, for instance, lets you give one captain, lieutenant, or chaplain the dubious blessings of the Black Rage. So
what does Black Rage do?
Point, and you can give a captain, a chaplain, or a lieutenant that is not a Primaris model and that is not a named character, the Death Company keyword, and the Black Rage ability.
What does Black Rage do?
It was ignore wounds on a 6+, and I believe it might be +1 attack. There's a second, and I'll tell you, we're Imperium 1 here. Yep, +1 attack.
That's pretty cool.
When you charge. So that's not bad. An extra attack on the captain or whoever, plus you get an ignore wound of a 6+.
That's pretty cool.
That is very interesting when you see one of the Warlord traits a little bit later down, okay?
Alright.
So, Strike of the Archangels is great for gunning down squads of massed infantry and is especially deadly if you make a charge on the turn that you arrive. This is 2 command points. Use this stratagem immediately after a Blood Angel Terminator unit from your army is set up on the battlefield. You can re-roll failed hit rolls for that unit until the start of your next turn.
That's good. And your Terminators are in a position where they just don't have any... They're really expensive. So with Chapter Proof, bring them down a few points and then having that strategy, that's pretty good. I'm just going to read a couple of things here. Don't, it's a trap. I nearly lost a will to live pit in 20 Death Company with jump packs. Also, try Toxin Sacks on Fexes and Gorgon. Exploding Fires with Strat. I'm never playing anything other than Leviathan, James. Because I want to stick to my fluff. I don't want to be a cherry picker like Harry.
What?
Wow, people really know their shit. Would you repaint your Primaris? Dante had a plot armor. He did have plot armor. It is bullcrappy. He should have been dead on the ground with his sword in his chest and his mama crying in the grave. It was not right. He should have been gone. On the table, Swarmlord would kill Dante. Hands down. Hands down. I agree.
I don't think he would kill him hands down. I think Dante would put up a very, very good fight.
I don't think so. You want to test that, Harry?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Pussy. Scaredy cat.
I think that's 2 command points, right? On a unit of 5 Terminators, nah, I'm probably not going to bother. However, on a unit of 10 Terminators, with a Cyclone, with an Assault Cannon, with all of them Storm Bolters, that's a lot of shots, Bill. So,
I mean, it's quite nice if you have like a 10-man unit of Lightning Claws, because then they'll be rerolling all their filter hits and all their filter wounds.
Right, but it's until your next turn.
Right?
They're going to be standing there doing nothing.
No, unless they charge like loads of units.
You need a 9-inch charge, and that's not guaranteed even with a command reroll.
So
then it's a waste of 2 command points.
Oh no, I don't think it's a waste. I think it's good.
You might not make the charge.
Yeah, but you might.
Well, yeah, you might, but it's potentially 3 command points that you're going to waste.
You don't know that.
You don't. But I think a unit of 10 with all of that, and then if you make the charge, your power fists, you still re-roll to hit with your power fists. Or if your opponent charges you, do you know what I mean? You're re-rolling your Overwatch and then you're re-rolling your attacks. It's not bad. I don't think it's brilliant, but it's not bad.
What's next?
Next is Upon the Wings of Fire is a great way to grab an objective at the last minute. Pull an at-risk squad out of combat or get a particularly deadly unit into position for a devastating charge. 1 command point. Use this stratagem in your movement phase before moving a Blood Angel's jump pack unit from your army. Remove the unit from the battlefield and set it up at the end of the phase anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches from the enemy.
That's pretty good. That's like Cut Ambush. That's like Cut Ambush.
Yep.
Thanks, GW. Except it comes on straight away, right? Or is it next turn?
No, straight away.
Yeah. Move. Unlike Cut Ambush, which is next turn. Well, you don't know whether you're getting within 9 inches or have to come on your own table edge. Thank you, GW. Thank you so much. I love you.
Which is why my Gene Stealer cult is going to be played as guard until they get better.
Yeah, that's what Gene Stealer cult. It's guard.
It's guard with Gene Stealer cultists.
Yeah, better be. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed that they just shafted Gene Stealer cult so bad.
I know.
And they're just not helping at all with these new stuff coming out on Chapter Proof, which we'll get to later.
So there are new psychic powers too. You remember the Wings of Sanguinius from the previous editions? Power is back and just as dangerous as it was before when used with the Librarian Dreadnought.
Ooh, I had 2 of those.
So with that, if manifested, a psychic can immediately move as if it was the moving phase.
That's pretty good.
But his move characteristic is also increased to 12.
Ooh, when do you activate it?
What's in the psychic?
Oh yeah, it's in the psychic phase. Never mind.
And he gains the fly keyword until the start of the next psychic phase.
That's pretty good.
And he can reroll charges.
Can you put it on anything? What can you put it on?
The psychic casts it on himself.
Alright. So Mephiston.
Yep.
Pretty sure you've done that to me before.
Well, this power's never existed.
What, the wings? No, I'm pretty sure you had a wings because you made them. Because it's been in previous editions, hasn't it? So.
Yeah, it specifically stated you could not charge if you did it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you've done it before, is what I'm saying.
No.
Oh,
never used wings because you could never charge after doing it. So, let's just recap that, Phil. You can immediately move again. You move 12. You gain the fly keyword, and you can reroll charges. What casting value do you think it is, Phil?
7.
Nope.
Eh?
Nope.
No, it's gotta be 6.
Nope.
Well, if they really like put it up really high, like that's proper mean. 9.
Nope.
Is it like one of the low ones? Is it a 5?
It's a 5.
It's a 5? Wow.
It's a 5. It's a 5.
That's pretty good.
That is very, very good.
It's the only psychic power you'll ever cast.
Now, what keyword do you need to charge a flyer?
A fly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And how beastly is a librarian dreadnought?
It depends, because he doesn't have a huge amount of attacks.
No, but
That's
you
the only
spend
point.
a command point to give him Black Rage.
That's only one more attack.
It is.
It really depends, because it's sort of that thing where it's sort of what I have with the Carnifexes, where they don't have that a lot of attacks, so they can't really take down something that's full of wounds effectively without support. With support, yeah, but without it.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure mixed with how many powers can a Librarian Dreadnought cast?
Phil.
How many powers can it cast?
2.
2. So it could do a smite as well to add to its damage. So you've got more chances to.
It's also got Unleash Rage, which is an extra attack.
Yeah, you could do that as well. Yeah.
Okay. Charge Storm Raven.
If you can get to it.
Why wouldn't you be able to?
So are you talking like it would be more like a turn 2 one, right?
Well, no. You move 6.
Right.
You move 12.
Right.
Then you re-roll your charge.
Yeah, but so if, for example, if it's done all right, you halfway up the board, then you get an extra 6 inches. Nobody places their Storm Raven on the front lines there. They don't put them at the back, right?
Okay, drop pod.
You could put. I thought they couldn't go on the drop pod anymore.
You can go in the Dreadnought drop pods.
Oh yeah, if that's the case, do it. Do that.
You're 9 inches away. You move 12. Oh look, I'm an inch away. I'm re-rolling my non-existent charge. But even then, your opponent goes first with the Storm Raven. Your Librarian Dreadnought's in the middle. He's gonna get you. Right? So Librarian Dreadnought has 3 attacks base. +1 for Black Rage. +1 again if you take if you get the second power Unleash Rage on. So Furioso Fist is ×2 strength, which means your strength 12. The toughness of a Storm Raven is 7, so you're wounding it on 3s.
You wound on 2s.
I'm wounding you on 2s.
You wound on 2s because it's Dreadnoughts get the traits, don't they? Yeah.
Oh look, it's -3 and 3 damage with a fist. Or you can go with the Force Halberd, which makes it strength 10, which means you're still wounding on 3s. +1 makes it 2s. It's -4. You've got no save at all, and you're doing 3 damage.
Pretty damn good.
Yes.
And then of course you've got like you probably got a melter gun in the fist as well, right?
Yep.
Pretty powerful unit.
Very powerful unit. Wings of Sanguinius is awesome. But on top of all of that, right, bear in mind you've got another Psyker supporting it, because you can make this guy almost unkillable. I say unkillable. He's not unkillable, right? He's a character as well, so you can't target him because he's only got 8 wounds. However, how about this, Phil? There is, let's have a look, a relic called Artisan of War.
Alright.
1 damage to the characteristic of 1 weapon carried by your warlord. How does a damage 4 Force Halberd sound?
That sounds pretty sweet.
Okay.
Pretty juicy.
is that the Warlord trait? Yeah, that's a Warlord trait.
All right.
However, you can also take the gift of Foresight. Obviously, Sanguinius had Foresight. Each time you spend a stratagem... Oh no, hang on. Roll a d6 each time your Warlord loses a wound. Rerolling the rolls of a 1. On a 6, that wound is ignored and has no effect. If your Warlord has the Black Rage ability, they instead ignore wounds on a 5 or a 6.
Does the Venerable does he not already have that, or is that the Venerable? A
No,
6 of Feel No Pain, or is it just the Venerable?
No, but the Venerable has it. But what you do is you spend a command point to give him the Black Rage, +1 attack, and a 6 up ignore wound. Then you take Gift of Foresight, so he has a 5 up reroll and 1s to ignore wounds.
It's a good, juicy, synergistic unit there.
Okay. Then, for relics, you get to choose between lethal mastercrafted weapons of the chapter. For example, the Veritas Vitae.
I remember that name.
Yes, it allowed you to take 2 Warlord traits previously.
Yeah.
Now, each time you spend a stratagem, you get a command point back on the roll of a 5.
That's really neat.
But it's not as good as the Ultramarine one because you spend a 2 command point stratagem, you only get 1 back on a 5+.
Yeah, but it's not focused on a... Because the Ultramarine one was a Warlord trait, right? This is a relic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not restrictive as much, which is nice.
How does this relic sound, Phil? So it can only go on a standard bearer. So the Standard of Sacrifice. The bearer of the Standard of Sacrifice gains the following ability in addition to those described on their data sheet. So whatever the banner does that he holds, he still has. Roll a d6 each time a friendly Blood Angel, infantry, or biker model within 6 inches of the bearer loses a wound. On a 5+, the wound is ignored and has no effect. Models with the Black Rage ability are not affected. So basically, Death Company would only ignore them on a 6.
So it's a bubble of Feel No Pain.
It's a bubble of 5+ Feel No Pain.
That's like old Sangari Guard stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Not Sangari
Guess
Guard.
who
What's
I'll
called
be
Sangari Priest? Sangari Priest, sorry.
Guess who I'll be giving that to?
Like a Terminator banner?
I don't have a Terminator banner.
Oh, that sucks, Harry.
No, I have a Sanguinary Guard with a banner, Phil.
Oh yeah, and have them drop with like Sangari Guard and like the Sanguinol and that.
Yep.
Is that everything?
That's everything.
Is everything being revealed? Well, it sounds interesting.
I'm excited.
Did it say what tomorrow is going to bring, or is there no?
If you're still hungry to learn more, worry not. We'll be taking a look at the new units in the Codex later in the week. While if you've got any in-depth questions or want to see more rules previews, there's an in-depth preview on Warhammer Live on Friday at 5.
Right, so later in the week, so it's not tomorrow. It seems like they've blown their load, so to say. And this is everything we're going to get-ish. I think the new units... Why would they just show us the new Storm Talent on that? I think they're hiding something up Steve. I think they might show us the name Primaris Lieutenant that's coming out.
Yeah.
Like his rules. And then if there's... Unless... I don't know what new units would be. That wouldn't be like, oh my goodness, a Stormhawk Interceptor. Hamanators with Terminator Ancient. Yeah, Stephen, that would be pretty cool. The next thing, Harry, that's on the list that I want to talk about is specifically the point changes in a chapter approved. So we're not going to talk about the rules yet. We're going to just specifically talk about the point changes. So
yeah, before you go any further, me and Phil will hopefully do a live stream on Saturday when I get back with chapter approved after picking it up from GW.
Okay, So the first thing that's pretty big that I noticed here that has me a little bit gobsmacked is the Librarian went down in points, Harry.
It did.
Yeah.
By about 7.
No, it's about 105, I think, after all its war gain. It's like 88 here, so that went down. Razorbacks went up by 5 points. Twin Assault Cannons went up by 14.
Yep.
So that's 19 points extra on a Twin Assault Cannon Razorback.
Good job I don't run them, isn't it?
Yeah. There's some other stuff here and there that's gone up and changed and stuff like that in terms of war gear. Other things that have really changed in points.
Breaches and Destroyers came down again.
Huh?
Cataphrone Breaches and Destroyers went down even further.
Yeah, I'm not there yet, Harry.
Sorry.
I think Terminator Assault Squads have also gone down in points. The Terminus Ultras went up in points, which is the Land Raider with all the las cannons on. Stalker went down in points. Storm Raven went up in points. Drop Pod went down in points. Aggressor Squad went down in points. Terminator Squad
came down.
Huh?
Inceptors came down by 5, and Hurricane Bolt, the Assault Bolters came down by 5.
Yep.
Each guy is 15 points less, which means it's 135 points for a squad of 3, not 180 now.
Yeah. Celestine went up in points.
Yep.
Full Grey Priests, I think, went up in points. So they're 16 points, so they're not 60 points for 5 now, they're 80 points for 5.
It's still not bad though, is it?
It's still not bad at all.
Good, because I've just bought 10.
And then you've got all the different war gear and that's changed. Then all the stuff for Death Watch is the Razorback, the Liberians, and then Primera stuff that's changed.
But the all-important thing, Call.
Oh, I think I missed him. Give me a sec.
Call went down by 10 points.
Yeah, he's 240 here.
Yeah, he's 250 in the Codex.
Yeah, apparently. Well, it said on the website that it was going up, so I don't know how. I don't know what's happened there. There is one thing though. I don't see Gullman on the first page there with the Space Marine stuff.
It's 385 now. He went up by 25.
Yeah. There's so much stuff for Space Wolves that changed as well. Imperial Guard had some changes in points as well. Mainly on like Thoraxes and Wyverns, and then on Manticores, Conscripts, Astropaths, Psychers, and Rattlins. What?
What happened with the Manticore?
It's 135 without war gear now.
That was in me Gene Stealer cult list. Damn.
Yeah. Vanquisher battle cannons have changed, like they're changing points. Melt guns have changed in points, stuff like that. Death Guard units generally got a decrease in points across the board, generally. That's the same for Chaos. Orcs, quite a few stuff went down in points. Now I'm not talking about Forge stuff here. And then we're getting the Forge stuff. This is going a bit crazy. So there's some Forge stuff such as the Relic Sikaran Venator that went down by like I think 75 points, which is crazy for the amount of firepower it has. It was too expensive before, but now I think it's just a little bit too cheap now. But there's loads of little things here, like the Siege Dreadnought. Ooh.
The Leviathan went down, apparently.
Ooh, crappy pappy. That's in my Salamander list. I'm going to have to rechange that. So the Siege Dreadnought, I thought was... I think the Siege Dreadnought's gone down by like 40 points, which is amazing for me. Oh, man, I'm really excited about that.
I love mine, and mine's like 380 points or something.
What, a Siege Dreadnought?
Leviathan Siege Dreadnought, yeah.
I'm just on about a Siege Dreadnought, mate.
It's a Leviathan.
No, it's not. It's just a normal Siege Dreadnought. Because it has the Inferno cannons. Trust me.
Okay.
The Leviathan one's there.
Okay.
It's a totally different one. It's in... believe me, Harry.
I believe you.
Believe me. It doesn't sound like it. The Mastodon is at 934 without war gear. Which, is crazy. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to check my Siege Dreadnought here.
I think one of the biggest increases was the Taunar. With weapons, it's now nearly 2,000 points.
Brilliant. Actually, amazingly brilliant. I'm happy about
If
that.
you went to a tournament where a guy had that and then just drones,
Crisis suits, loads of drones,
and then
ethereals, warriors, the stealth riptide thing.
Didn't he exploit the fact that you could take safety protocols on it?
Yeah, because it's a battle suit. And it doesn't have the vehicle keyword, which I think is an outrage. Yeah, the siege dreadnoughts went down by 20 points, which is amazing. I'm going to buy some 100 killer missiles for that. I'm trying to look at other stuff that's really changed. But generally, they've got like a decrease on some of the vehicles that were really heavy. And
the Teos went from 650 to 1500.
I don't know what a Teos is.
Big Bird.
Oh, yeah, it went up by a huge amount. A mega amount. I think Fire Raptors came down. Yeah, he's now 15. Etios is now 1,500 points.
Yeah.
The Giant Chaos Spawns have gone up as well, I believe.
All the Great Demons went up a little bit as well.
I have no idea what happened with all the guard stuff because there's so much stuff there that's really changed in points.
Revenants.
Malefic Lord went up to 80, which is doubled. But all this guard stuff, there's so much stuff here and I didn't even know they existed before, so I'm not really going to be...
Revenants were bad for the points, right?
What was?
It went a Revenant Titan.
One sec, let me get those units. Revenant?
Went to nearly 2,000.
It's exactly 2,000 without War Gear.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to talk about this a little bit later. The Scorpion went up by 30 points. The Scorpion is amazing. Tyranids, bit annoyed. Mananthrope, I can't understand why it went up by 50 points to bring it to a 140 point model.
Demon Current didn't go down.
Demon Current didn't change at all. Don't know why. The Hierophant was 1,800 points and no one would ever take it before. Now it's 2,000. I'm like, why really? The Bob Hero Duel, the shooty one, went up by 60 points, I believe. Which I'm just sitting there like, why? Massive Siren Talons are now 22 points. Massive Siren Talons with 2 or more pairs are 60 points. I'm just sitting there going, why? Why are they increasing them? Doesn't make any sense.
A lot of the Forge World changes don't make sense at all. The Tantalus went up to 400, but I'm glad the Reaper didn't change.
The Kill Tank went up by 100 in the Orcs units, which I saw that loads of people were kicking off about as well. Something interesting, the Prism Rifle that's on Shadow Spectres, basically the Shadow Spectres at a 5-man unit has went up by 50 points.
Which is a lot. From 23 each to 33.
Yeah, because 5 weapons for 5 dudes was 75 points before, now it's 125. Just for the weapons.
What have I just bought, Phil?
I don't know what you just bought, yeah. So
5 Shadow Spectres, the Phoenix Lord, and the XR.
I believe the Prism Blaster also went up as well, which is something that the XR could take for Shadow Spectres. The Vampire Hunter went up in points. Like a lot of the Forge World big stuff went up so much in points that you would never think about taking them anymore, apart from Apocalypse games, which sucks a big deal.
I think that's what they're wanting people to do, though, is like,
yeah,
they're only going to take them against other overcosted stuff.
So the next thing I want to talk about, which I'm just going to pull my thing up here. Someone said that Primaris Terminators would be awesome. I agree. I think they need to bring out something close combat. Yeah. I saw someone put dual chainswords on the Incept, and I thought it looked amazing. And I was like, look, all I needed was like an upgrade sprue or just different hands for them, and it would have been fine. But they didn't.
That's
and I'm just
an interesting point, Phil, that I want to very quickly bring up. In White Dwarf, it shows you that you can now buy the Primaris means, or you're going to be able to buy them with the Blood Angel upgrade sprue in the box with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it only shows you Hellblasters, Reavers, and Intercessors.
Right.
How awesome would it be to have a squad of Inceptors, fucking Twin Lightning Claws, or dual Power Axe?
I want the dual Power Axe so bad. So we're going to get into rules now. Adeptus Sororitas have got rules. There's a Warlord trait, which is reroll failed morale test within 6 inches of the Warlord. That's pretty naff. They've got a relic, which is a blade to replace a power sword, which is +2 strength, -3 AP and D3 damage. That's pretty good. It's adding the D3 damage and the +2 strength. And then they've got 2 stratagems. One command point used when a character dies and on a 2-up can perform an act of faith. That's pretty good. Except that majority of the time the only characters they bring in is Celestine, unless they need a second character which will bring in a priest. So it's not really amazing in terms of unless they bring a canoness. Another one is
available as well.
Another one is 1 command point which is used when an enemy uses a psychic power within 24 inches, and on a 4-up you negate it, which is pretty good. Space Wolves. Warlord trait is Warlord can fight first even if he did not charge. That's pretty powerful. The Relic is a sword, again replacing a power sword, which is melee +1 strength, AP -4, 1 damage, and can reroll all field wounds. So extra AP, extra strength, and reroll all field wounds in comparison to a power sword. And then two stratagems. One of them's already been done, which is when 1 command point and a unit that's in combat turn their bolters into pistols. Another one is 1 command point. You set up a unit into Hunt, which is 6 inches of any board edge and more than 9 inches away from enemy models, and that's before the game begins. So that's pretty good. That's an outflank coming back for them. Deathwatch rules, which Harry, you've already gone through, I believe. You've already went through them in your.
Yes, I got the Warlord trait wrong, which is reroll wounds. I thought it was just reroll all wounds. It's not. It's only against monsters and vehicles.
All right.
Stratagems are it's like Death to the False Emperor, but you spend a command point and you generate extra attacks on a 6 to hit.
And it's only against Xenos.
Anything that's not Imperium or Chaos.
So Xenos.
Oh yeah, but there's no Xenos keyword.
And then you've got one which is 2+ vehicle, such as D3 mortal wounds from a Watchmaster. And then you got the Relic, which is once per game, teleport a friendly infantry biker unit within 6 inches and 9 inches of an enemy model.
Which I totally forgot about.
Drukhari got a lot, didn't they? Because they got 3 different Warlord traits. So Witch Cult.
We discussed this before as to how we were going to do Drukhari, because we basically said there's Cabals, there's Witch Cult, there's Flesh Cult. Are they going to split them into 3 and do sort of 3 Cabals, 3 Witch Cults, and 3 Flesh Cults in the Codex?
I think they're going to.
Hints that might be doing that.
Yeah, so the Witch Cult Warlord trait is each roll of a 6 and the 5 phase goes 3 hits, so it's Tesla. Homunculus Covens is healed DC wounds.
But you have a fixed Warlord trait, so.
Homunculus Coven is healed D3 wounds at the start of each turn, which is pretty powerful. Dark Eldar is rerolled to hits and to wounds rolls of a 1 during the fight phase. The Relic is a pistol, 2, range 12, strength 1, AP -2, damage 2, wounds on 2+, vehicles is 6+, and for every model killed, bearer gains a wound. Stratagem is 1 command point / 3 command points, which is infantry, beast, or biker unit, 2 for 3 command points, may use the webway. I think that's basically the same as normal Eldar stuff, really. Harlequins, Warlord trait is reroll hit rolls over 1. Relic is increased leadership by 1, and all enemy units within 6 inches increase the leadership by 1. Stratagems, command points. Don't know how. I'm not doing anything.
It's like interference on the microphone.
Oh, touching the microphone.
It's fine again now.
So webway for Harlequins, and then another one which is after its advance, spend 1 command point to get to 3-up invul. That's pretty powerful. Gene's Tail Cult, I'm not even going to waste my time. Imperial Knights, Warlord trait is add 1 to its attacks. Relic is replace the Reaper Chainsaw with a melee +6, AP 3, damage 6. Stratagem 1 command point when a Questor Knight or Questor Mechanicus Knight unit with an infil save is targeted, you may add 1 to the infil save until the end of the phase.
That's already in the mech books that basically just went, oh yeah, if you're in a Knight army, you can use that.
Yeah, interesting, it doesn't say anything about Renegade Knights.
No.
So, Thousand Suns, Warlord trait reroll deny the witch tests. Relic, rolling doubles for psychic tests mean the opponent may not resist with deny the witch or negate it by any means. They get a psychic power, which is warp charge of 7, and select an enemy unit within 18 inches and roll 9 dice. The unit suffers a mortal wound on each roll of a 6, that's taken something from Age of Sigmar. Stratagems 1 command point, if within 6 inches of at least 2 other friendly Thousand Sun Psychers, you can add 2 to your psychic tests. Necrons, Warlord trait, reduce damage inflicted on your Warlord by 1 to a minimum of 1. Relic is 1.
He gets a certain shield.
Yeah. Relic, 1 time per battle at the end of the movement phase. Remove the bearer of the relic and 1 unit within 3 inches and set them up anywhere on the battlefield outside of 9 inches away from enemy models. Overlord or Cryptek with the 10-man unit of Lich Guard with War Scythes. 2 command points. A Canoptech unit at the beginning of your turn gains reanimation protocols until the end of the turn. 2 command points. Reroll reanimation protocols of 1 this turn. Orc units. Warlord trait. I played against this, but he didn't use the Warlord trait. It's add 1 to your character strength. The relic. He did have this relic on, but I killed him before he got to use it, which is melee, strength +2, AP -2, D3 damage. Any wound rolls of 6+ inflict D3 mortal wounds instead of the normal damage. And then they have 2 stratagems. One is basically Death to the False Emperor, but on shooting. And the other one is merging an Orc infantry unit of 10 or more models with an Orc infantry unit within 2 inches of less than 10 models. So it's very specific and, to be honest, pretty shit. Tau, they've got 2 Warlord traits. One is reroll filter hit rolls if they have not moved this turn. Okay, that didn't make any sense, but okay. The other one is
the time to hit on 2s, and if you take an advanced target position, you reroll them 1s anyway.
Okay.
So it's pointless.
Calm down. There's another one which is the Warlord can advance and shoot as if it had not moved. Relic, 1 time per game, you may reroll a single hit roll, wound roll, damage roll for the bearer or unit within 6 inches. Also, each time a stratagem is used by the opponent, roll a d6, and if a 6 is rolled, gain 1 command point. Stratagem.
That's okay.
Used when an enemy unit is hit by a marker light, gain d3 + 1 marker light counters next to the unit. 1 command point. And then they give examples on how to build a custom vehicle. Which is interesting, I have to admit.
Wolfgang says, "Don't ignore the G cult, sad face."
Do you really want me to talk about the Gene Stealer cult? They're not great. it annoys me, man.
We hate where Games Workshop has put them at the minute, and considering they're releasing a box set for them for Christmas,
they're not usable. And then they pushed out Astrometalum so hard that you don't use pure Gene Stealer cult, or even much of Gene Stealer cult at all. You're really just using Gene Stealers, so it's just not cool. Warlord trait. Friendly infantry units can do heroic interventions within 6 inches. Yeah, that's great, whatever, cool. If you've got that many units alive and around them, to be honest. Relic, +1 strength to friendly infantry units within 6 inches. That's decent, I guess.
But you're strength 3, so, oh wow, I'm strength 4 now.
Huh?
You're strength 3 normally, so
yeah.
Strength 4 now.
Stratagems, 1 command point at the end of the movement phase to move an infantry unit from the board that's more than 6 inches away from enemy models, and at the end of the movement phase, end of the next movement phase, return to the board using ambush. See, that one's really bad because we've already seen that Harry can do that with his Blood Angels for 1 command point, and he can do it straight away. He doesn't have to be 6 inches away from enemy models. He doesn't have the randomness of ambush. It
has to be 9 inches away,
and it's only 1 unit. It's not right. It should be a basic rule for Gene Stealer cult, but it's not. The other one is 1 command point before rolling on. This one's good. Before rolling on ambush table, roll 2 dice instead of 1 and choose the result. A Primus may roll 3 dice instead. So a 20-man unit of Gene Stealers with a Patriarch and a Primus is rolling 3 dice, and it would be brutal. And I think the Primus does something like minus re-roll it or something like that. But it's like, that's the only thing I would think of to take, to be honest. I'd rather take Heroic Intervention, I get it. I mean, I might take it, just in case my Gene Stealers need it, and I'll take the +1 strength to make that Gene Stealer strength 5. And just notice how I'm only talking about the Gene Stealers and not anything else, because nothing else is worth it. Or even a thought. The only things that's worth a thought, well, guess what? Guard units. The Goliaths and Rock Grinders are good though, at least. but I don't want to spam vehicles. That's not really a cult thing. It's more of, you know, infantry. So it's just a bit weird. I think they've hit and miss with this. At least they're giving us stuff, I guess. But I mean, at least think about it first, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's not great, Wolfgang. It's not great. At least it's something a little bit better. But yeah, whatever. It's what it is. It is what it is. What do you think of these new rules, Harry?
They could have gave more. It's nice that they've done it, but it's not enough.
See, I'm okay with it. I mean, at least they're giving us something.
Exactly.
I can't wait to see which one is going to be not rectified the quickest. Because as soon as the Blood Angels, Dark Angels is released, New Year brings the Chaos Demons, and then after that,
apparently there's supposed to be 4 books out in January.
That sounds cool.
Now there was no changes to any units for Tau and Necrons in Chapter 2. I think them 2 will be out in January.
Do you know what I'm waiting for, Harry?
What?
I'm flipping an FAQ for my Tyranids.
Why?
Because I want my FAQ. To be honest.
For no other reason. For no other reason than I want my FAQ.
I noticed something with one of the tactical objective cards though, which was you get a victory point if you killed a unit, and if the last model in that unit was killed by a unit of 10 or more models, that is an infantry unit or Tyranid monster unit. I'm like, what Tyranid monster unit has 10 or more models? It's clearly supposed to say 10 or more wounds. But there's no Tyranid monster unit that's 10 or more models.
I'm going to have a look at the wording of that later on. Remind us when we go up the stream.
I can pull it out right now. I've got the card here. Here it is. It's called Crush. Score 1 victory point if at least one enemy unit was completely destroyed this turn, and the last model in the enemy unit was slain by an attack made by a Tyranid monster or a Tyranid's units of more than 10 models.
So it's a monster or a unit of 10 models?
No.
Yes.
Made by a Tyranid monster or a Tyranid unit, comma, of more than 10 models.
Yeah, a unit of more than 10 models or a monster.
But it doesn't specifically state that it is the Tyranid unit, and people have been pointing it out. I just want clarification on it, is what I'm saying.
Basically, kill something with a monster or a swarm. That's what it is.
I know that, but it's the clarification. Like, I don't want someone in a tournament.
It's not to clarify, it's kill something with a monster.
It's the comma that's pissing people off, Harry. It's, you know, I don't want to go in a tournament with my Nidzilla list and can't score that objective.
Well, you kill something with a monster, you do it.
Oh, Harry, I'm not going to have this conversation with you. I'm not.
Jacob says I'm very quiet. You need to turn my volume up, apparently. I think it's clear, but let's agree to disagree. So, the next point.
Horde control. Now, what I'm talking about horde control, I'm talking about batch painting. As you can see, it has killed a man.
Okay.
Harry, how do you go about horde control with your batch painting?
I try not to go more than 15 models.
Right, that's already too many for me. I mean,
well, me and Lucy batch painted 50 Primaris Marines.
oh, I would kill myself.
Bill Reyes just pointed something out. He says there's no comment on the Crush strat in the Codex.
In the Codex?
In the Codex, there's no comment.
It's on my card.
But that's the card. He's saying it's not in the Codex.
Oh, it's just a bit of mud. Well, it's not a bit mid. Yeah, it's on the card for me.
Yeah, he's saying it's not in the codex.
Alright, okay then. That's pretty good. I'll use your codex then if someone just points it out to me.
But if you were playing against me and you killed something with a monster and you had that card...
There's another thing actually. So Jugamunda, that gives you cover. That gives you cover.
If you don't move.
If you don't advance or charge.
Right.
Lictors get the bonus. They get an extra bonus to cover. Is that counted because of the Jugamunda rule? Then it's in the terrain.
No, it's separate, just like Aleatok Rangers. Aleatok Rangers, you're at -2 to hit them because they're at -1 for being a ranger and -1 for being a Aleatok. Same as the Hemlock.
So here's the Jormungandr, right? A unit with this adaptation, other than units that can fly, always have the benefit of cover for the purposes of shooting attacks. If the unit advances or charges, however, it loses the benefit of this adaptation to the start of your next movement phase. Then here's what the Lictor rule says. When I can find it. Your opponent must subtract 1 from their hit rolls for attack that targets this model. In addition, add 2 instead of 1 to saving throws for this model when it is in cover. Does it get 2 when it's not in cover, or does it get 1 when it's not in cover? Because it's counted as being in cover, that gets a benefit of being in cover when it's not in cover.
So the Jormungandr says counted as being in cover. Therefore, it would get +2 in my opinion because it's in cover.
Here's the wording again. Always has the benefit of cover for the purposes of tuning.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's counting as being in cover even if he's in the open.
Yeah, it just says like benefit of being in cover rather than saying benefit of cover rather than saying in cover and stuff like that. So just
like Shroud Psalm.
Huh?
Like Shroud Psalm for the AdMech. It says count them as being in cover, but if they're already in cover, they don't get any additional benefit. Basically, it's similar wording to that.
Yeah, so we in batch painting, let's get a couple of tips going, right? So you're saying don't go with the entire army at once.
I mean, if you've got the mentality to do it, yes. I batch painted 16 Intercessors, 16 Reavers, 10 Hellblasters, 3 Inceptors, 3 Aggressors, all in one go.
Yeah, I don't think that's wise at all. I said shrink down the size. If it's something like highly detailed, so Jacob could back me up on this, but there's like Orb Talons and Raptors, go at like below 5, maybe like 2 or 3 at a time. But something like Gaunt's like what I'm doing, I'm going at 10 at a time.
I did 60 in one go.
Yeah, I don't think that was wise either, Harry. So.
I did 36 Fire Warriors in one go.
Also, well, yeah, but that was also with airbrushing, which is the second tip.
Okay, I'll rephrase that. I based 70-odd Fire Warriors with the airbrush. I then painted all the detail, all the blue, all the washes, and everything else on all them Fire Warriors.
Yeah, so I'm going to stay like this. If you can do something like that where you're okay with airbrushing, do it. It's going to help in the long run.
Okay, I didn't airbrush the Primaris Marines just before anyone says.
Another thing is, I would say only paint what you're going to use. Like, don't paint 120 yarns if you're only going to play with 30 of them. That's the way I'm going to put it. And you might want to use them in the future, then if so, paint. But don't put yourself through the torture, the mental torture as well, of going through it all when you're not going to be using them, not one bit.
I mean, I painted 60 Hormigans. Bill, when I do play my Tyranids, how often do I use Hormigans?
Don't know. You haven't played Tyranids in a long while.
I played them last week.
Oh, right, what?
What?
Yeah. I don't know what you had in the list.
How many did I have in my list?
Yeah, I didn't know how many you got in the list.
60.
How am I supposed to know that?
When I do play Tyranids, how often do I take Hormigans?
I don't know. A couple of times? Boys! Faking Hellstorm's here! Mikey, woo.
The answer, Phil.
I was listening to a stream on the way home.
All the time. When I played Steve, how many Hormigans did I bring against Steven?
How much? Harry, ask me questions about a situation that I wasn't a present in.
Bill, watch the battle reports.
Mate, have you seen my watch later, mate?
No.
My watch later is in the 300s. I've not watched a single thing at Mikey's because I haven't caught up.
We're all right, Mikey. We've been talking about Blood Angels and now we're talking about batch painting. Mikey, how do you batch paint? Mikey paints 2 Marines per month.
You mean per year? I mean, he's on a Rhino now. He'll be lucky to get that done by my birthday. I am offended, Phil. Oh, yeah. It's like
have you watched Tabletop Tactics' latest?
Yeah, when they call his Red Gulliman what you call it? An imposter.
Like hell about Mikey's Red Booty Gilliman.
I do the best batch painting, and I probably do the worst, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, Mikey, if it's any consolation, mate, I'm painting 15 Assault Marines, 15 crew, 3 crew talks all at once. Also, I've painted an entire Death Watch army in, 3 weeks, Phil?
Yeah, he called them. Yeah, when you call them really salty and that. That's really funny.
Yeah, I called that motherfucker out. Yeah, I'm in the group chat with them, and he proper went at him today about it. Yeah, it was quite funny.
Mikey, have you played Lawrence yet and beat him?
Yes, I don't think he's played Lawrence. He beat Colonel. When we went to no retreat, he beat him out there.
Oh, yeah, he did. He beat him. Yeah. He took him to the candy shop. He made him lick all the lollipops. I beat Bone at Heat 1 too. Alright, rub it in. Bone's a nice guy. I can't believe you would purposely do that to him, Mikey.
Yeah, without Gulliman, because Warhammer wouldn't let you use it.
Yeah, because Blood Ravens aren't Ultramarines. Where's he Gulliman now, huh? Huh? Where's he Gulliman now? Jacob, send me down there. Jacob, no offense, Jacob. Don't think you can face off against Lawrence Ultramarines. You might have a really good game of Bowen. I think you'd be able to put him on his back foot. But Lawrence's Ultramarines, I think I could beat Lawrence's Ultramarines with my hands tied behind my back.
It's fighting talk, that.
It is fighting talk, Harry. Do you know what it's called? Statistics. That's what it's called. I used the TTT dice that Colonel gave me and seized Bone with it. That's quite funny, actually. Didn't Dan paint a model up for Bone?
Me and Phil always seize on each other using Hellstorm Morgan.
No, you always fail to seize, and then you always use a command point to re-roll, and you always get it, and it really pisses me off. Because it's every time. It really annoys us.
But apparently, I think we're getting rid of that with chapter approved.
No, because that's what makes the game the game.
Well, apparently you can't. Something to do with spending stratagems before the game, I think.
Oh, you can't re-roll, but they better not take out Seize Initiative.
Oh no, Seize the Initiative will be there, but they're going to take out re-roll Seize the Initiative.
Yeah. So all those times, Harry, all those times, no command point reroll C's. I think. How about this, Harry? Right? I think Mikey should never be allowed to use a command point again. Do you agree with me?
Oh, Mikey, by the way, I could get command points back on a 5+ now.
Only one though.
What is that? Phil?
Harry just came in his pants right now.
I did. My librarian dreadnought, right? Stab Gilliman.
Stab, 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 stab.
Stab, 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 stab.
What if Gilliman has the always goes first psychic power? Because it doesn't matter if you charge.
I'd still go first because it's my turn.
It doesn't matter if you charge though.
It does because it's my turn, therefore he doesn't always go first, I think.
Yeah?
He can't go first, it's my turn, so I get the first activation.
Huh? What are you talking about? Huh?
There, Harry is correct.
Oh, Harry can go for a stab, stab, stabby, stab.
It counts as having charged, but because it's my turn and I've charged in, I activate first, then he would activate, then I would do the rest of my charge.
So this is a fight. Does this mean we're going down to Sheffield soon?
Maybe.
This mean that it's Blood Angels versus Blood Ravens to see who really can rock the red.
Nah, I think it needs to be an AdMech rematch.
No, because you just had a fighting talk, Harry, about how you're going to go down there and stab, stabby, stabby, stab his Gulliman, and then now you're switching up to AdMech, which makes you just sound like a proper coward. You're a little chicken poopy, just like Tom on While I'm Alive. He's scared of you, Mikey. That's what he is. More robots. Yeah, more robots.
More robots. Damn right, I'll bring 6.
And he'll play them properly this time, where they activate on the next turn rather than on the same turn you activate them.
Yeah, I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
I'll also bring a Crusader and not an Archeon.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Because then I can get a 4+ invuln, and then even when you hurt him, I'll still just hit and wound on, hit on everything as normal.
On a Crusader?
Yeah, you can spend a command point. And
Oh, well, you didn't say command point. I just thought you just had that standard. I was like, wait, hold on a cherry topper.
Command point and you count as being on the top tier of wounds.
Mikey says he is. He is a coward. You're scared of Mikey, Harry. You don't think your Blood Angels could do it?
No, he's going to come along and go, I'm going to steal your rules. The list I beat for the Hall of Fame event is now 3150 due to chapter approved because of a chaos.
That is funny as hell.
We were saying earlier, Mikey, right, that we think that they've done this to all the big Forge World stuff because they want to try and eliminate it from normal-sized tournament games.
Except for one list.
To be not skirmish games, but about your army. Whereas big stuff like that, you could build like an 8,000 point list with a load of big things in, and it would be devastating. But everybody would have big shit.
Hmm.
Apart from whoever takes a warlord because it's fucking 6,500 points.
And apart from Imperial Guard, who could take like 5.
Yeah. Oh, Magnus Mortari and the Changeling. 7 Malefic Lords and 35 Brimstones used to be 10 command points, 2,000 points. Now, how many points is that now, Mikey? Oh, it's not even that much over because the Malefic Lords have gone from 30 to 80.
40 to 80.
Now they were 30. Mikey says he agrees, though, about the comment I just made about the tournaments and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, it's good that they're eliminating things like that from standard play, essentially, and keeping that for big apocalypse missions.
Oh, just wait until you see one of my other lists, Harry, in the new year. That's going to be great. You really think they've eliminated... They eliminated some of them, not all of them. It was 2k on the nose, now it's 3,150. That's quite funny, to be honest. I bet people are crying.
you the amount of people that ran out to buy a Teos because of that.
Basically, that point increase was basically just a Teos as well. I didn't know what Magnus's rules were. I literally read them yesterday and I'm almost pooped my pants. The fact that his smite is always d6, and if he gets 11 or more cast, it becomes 2d6.
10. He can get it on a 10 rather than 11 or more. His is specifically a 10.
Mike, have you got Magnus? Of course he has Magnus. He's cheesy. What do you expect?
Yeah, he's building Zinch.
What do you expect from a cheesy Sheffield non-northerner?
Non-northerner's a bit harsh, but still a northerner.
Nah. He's like the most southernest northerner you could get.
Well, yeah, true.
Northerners go to his place for holidays. Fuck you, Phil. No, not fuck me. Fuck you. Screw you. Okay? Screw you.
How's that left swipe on Tinder serving you, Mikey?
Yeah. I believe they're called Southerners, Phil. Yeah. Sheffielders are called Southerners, Jacob. That's right. Getting wrecked by the comment section here, Mikey.
God, it's 12 o'clock.
No.
Yes.
So there's one more thing I want to talk about, which I think you might have in your White Dwarf thing. I don't know what you did when you looked at the coming soon.
Oh
yeah. New.
Hang on, Mikey. Hey man, I asked the girl to describe herself in 3 gifts.
What you use? What you use?
And this is gripping information. This Mikey, come on. She sent me 3 gifts about being a slut.
Yeah! That's amazing. So Maligans are coming in 2018. How about that, Harry?
They need to do something with Sigma. I know 40k has been the big push.
Well, they are. That's a confirmation. New death. It's an updating one of the current death armies.
I know what it is, Phil, but
yeah.
In general, then just need to pay a little bit more attention to Sigma.
All right, calm down.
Like they released the General's Handbook, and like nobody cared. Nobody even noticed.
Well, I did when they nerfed my entirety of my collection. That was quite nice. Thank you.
Traded it to Dan.
Yeah. Thank you so much, GW. It's very kind of you. You little fucking assholes.
Very kindly reduced my standard 2,000 point corner list.
Yeah. And thank you for nerfing an army that needed a buff about like 12 pegs. And then restricting my dispossessed army to a point where I can't even run a 200 point list.
Yeah, that's sort of what they did with all the I can't even think what they're called.
With my dispossessed.
Yeah, just the old war scrolls.
Yeah. So, thank you, GW. I see you really do like the war. So I think the people who designed that must be like elves from Lord of the Rings, right? Like, hate dwarfs. At least they did something to Fire Slayers, the one dwarf army I don't have because they are ridiculous.
They're really good now. So
it doesn't matter how good they are in terms of rules. You can't build an army built around outcasts. That's the fluff around Slayers. Stupid. Stupid. They totally just changed the fluff of Slayers. Stupid, Harry. Stupid GW. Stupid. Stupid.
Right, so, here's the thing then, Phil, right?
Screw you, Jacob. Screw you. Screw you, right? Join fucking saying.
Anyway, here's what I'm thinking, Phil, right?
What are you thinking?
I'm still thinking the Storm Ravens pretty good.
No, I don't.
What?
They went up by too many points, to be honest.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would rather pick a Land Raider.
Okay, so I'm thinking Sanguinary Guard, Chapter Ancient, maybe Lamartez or somebody, and Death Company. I'm thinking probably 2 squads of 10 Assault Marines. I'm thinking a squad of Vanguard, the Librarian Dreadnought, all the Death Company, all the Vanguard, the Sanguinary Guard, and all the Assault. Everything's going to be on jump packs. And then if I've got points left over, Terminators.
20 points, still good. Nah. Mikey, I'm trying to sway him from using a Storm Raven, Mikey. Mikey, stop it. Stop it, Mikey. Death Company Dreadnoughts, Harry. Death Company Dreadnoughts, Harry. Death Company Dreadnoughts, Harry.
What?
Someone's saying use Death Company Dreadnoughts.
Why?
Did I make the comment?
Slow. Phil shoot it down, won't go over the next crime.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but one volley with that, all you've got to do is get 3 wounds through and I'm gone.
I'm pretty sure I can kill a Storm Raven with either 1 or 2 exocrines.
Oh, with the +1 damage?
No, I can't do that on that. It's only on infantry units or flesh borers.
Hang on, the increase the damage characteristic by 1, the 1 command point.
Pretty sure it's only flesh borer hives and flesh borers or infantry. I'll check. You might be right. Here we are. Flesh borer hives for scorch bugs. Oh, you're alright. Oh yeah, I could totally do that, but I'm pretty sure I don't need that anyway. How many wounds is a Storm Raven?
13, 14.
So all I need is 7. 7 wounds to go through, and you only have a 6-up save against it. I fancy my chances, like.
Because then you just go, hi, God!
No, not an exocrine. 1 of them. Maybe 2. Toughness 7, right?
Toughness 7.
Yeah, supposed to wound. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. You know what I'm worried about? Deep strike and melter guns. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, boy. The problem I've got is number of units in reserve versus number of units on the board.
Oh, right, yeah.
So basically, I'm going to have 5 tactical marines, 5 tactical marines, 5 tactical marines, just so that I've got fucking stuff on the board.
Yeah, because you're going to have half the army in reserve, right?
Yeah. So I'm thinking like a 10-man Vanguard unit, a 10-man Assault Squad, a 10-man Sanguinary Guard Squad. That's 3. So yeah. Mikey, did you see me Death Watch anyway?
Another thing that I'm pretty interested in is the fact that Necromunda is getting so much loving right now. New Orlocks coming out, so 3rd gang coming, and then 2 of the gangs of Chaos and Genestealer Cult 1 coming real soon as well. And then they've got the free agent from Forge World already out, I believe, and then the Scum agents, I think it is, coming out with Forge World as well. Which I think is crazy how much stuff's coming out for Necromunda already. It's awesome, though.
Mikey says, yeah, they look at me and thought you had made your own bases. Well, I do kind of make my own bases. It's just for those ones, I happen to use resin bases for the runes. But otherwise, I would have just I would have done exactly the same, just without the runes. But yeah, the thing I'm worried about with Necromunda, Phil, is it a fad like what Blood Bowl is? Because let's face it, Blood Bowl's nearly dead.
There's actually new Blood Bowl releases coming out. Apparently, it's played
17?
daily at Warmer World as well by so many people. And the new Blood Bowl release is actually Elves.
Yeah, so I've just said it's in White Dwarf. They're on the same day as the Dark Angel Codex.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. That's still going. That's still because they did say they were bringing out like a team like every quarter of a year. So I understand it's like progress that's coming, but it's still played quite often by quite a lot of people apparently. So.
All right, fair enough. Maybe there's just not that many people in our area playing.
Yeah. It's done in Bugman's Bar apparently all the time. And then I know a lot of people in America play all the time. I know a lot of people. There's always a couple of games playing in Newcastle Warlords. Geeks 40k was playing it the other day as well. So
yeah, Robin plays a lot of it.
Mikey says not many in our area either. Maybe it's just not a northern thing.
Well, I'm going to finish the gold on a few more shoulder pads and stuff, Phil, and then I'm going to probably have to call it a night because I'm at work and then college. And I did want to get that bat rep edited, and I haven't.
Hopefully you'll get it done tomorrow.
Well, I won't be until like 9:15.
Nah, you'll still do it. I know you.
Hopefully. I've played it with Lucy, so there was very little cuts there I had to do. I stopped the camera very few times. And bottom of turn 3 onwards, we pretty much played it just live with the camera rolling. Me and you tend to do that a lot, our battle reports are the easiest to edit because we just play the whole turn whilst the camera's rolling. We're good like that, Phil. Me and you.
No homo. No homo.
Right, I think I'm going to have to call out there, mate, because I'm shattered.
Well, it was a good day. I've almost got the first paint done on 10 gaunts. I guess that's progress, right?
Definitely. I was hoping to get the crew done as well, because I was hoping to film the second game of the narrative campaign with Lucy over the weekend, which Phil is hopefully going to be voicing an ethereal for me.
Yeah. I'll be getting my toga wearing ethereal voice on. Watch, it'll be my warm up. I'll be there. I'll be warming up to do the role, and I'll be like, toga, 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 toga. Great.
Oh, when he's doing his speech at the end of mission 1, should we just record it and have it on like really quiet in the background, like the warriors are chanting,
like war march chanting? Instead of the drums, it's like toga, 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 toga.
Yeah,
I kind of want. I really wish, right? Next heat that's on a warmer world, I hope Bone goes to, and then I'm gonna go around loads of people and start asking them whether they're going to be involved in something that I want to do to Bone, and where Bones is playing his game, and I go and I just shout now. Everyone just goes up to him and starts going surround him and start going toga, 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 and then like lift him up and like crowd surf him, like toga, toga, toga.
Did you see the video? It was it was like a Decepticon or something, right?
Of Quirk getting sellotaped.
Yes, you can see. I don't even have to say it, right?
Yeah.
And he knows what I'm on about. And Dave just went round and got everybody. Ego Queen Alexis was on it as well.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And they lifted him up, taped him to a pillar.
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
A guy called Naru says, "You guys are one of my favourite Bat Rep channels. Thank you very much, my friend. We really appreciate it."
How kind. That's made my day.
Jacob says, see you later. Mikey says, boy.
Boys!
See you boys later in the week. Naru says, I've just started watching you guys too. Oh my word. Go back to like nearly 3 years ago, right? And watch mine and Phil's first ever battle report.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It was so bad. Unpainted models, an awful board.
That's when I have my bubblegum nids, isn't it? That's when I have my bubblegum nids, right?
And hair then as well.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know who else I've got on my table in front of us as well?
The Vizark.
No.
Fuck. Yeah. Alright.
After this Tau and these Blood Angels, he will be done. I have the Sanguinor.
Better be done.
Ian Sanguinor's a beast, you know.
I did tell you.
But I didn't realise it was the only Blood Angel character that is not painted, right?
I did tell you.
Check this out, right? Dante's axe, right, is bloody D3 damage, right? But he can reroll wound rolls. Oh. I'm going to do your fours rerolling, Phil.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
But still, the fact that it's D3 damage is what hurts it. Mr. Sanger's been playing it wrong.
Yeah?
The Encarmine Broadsword is strength +2.
Alright.
It's -4. The Axe Mortalis is only -3. And it's D3 damage.
How many attacks you get?
He has 5. Oh my word! You can add 1 attack characteristic to Blood Angel's infantry within 6 of the Sanguinor.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 attack each Vanguard. Wounding on 3s against toughness 4, re-rolling.
But then you get +1 from the stratagem, right?
No.
What? What? From the attacks? How'd you get the +1 attacks to be in Death Company?
Yeah, that's for Death Company.
No, yeah, but you can use a stratagem to give that Death Company to someone, right?
It's only on a Captain, Chaplain, or
Oh,
Lieutenant.
alright, well, that sucks.
But still...
Why didn't you go dual lightning claws and Death Company then instead of Vanguard Veterans?
Death Company with chainswords within 6 inches of the Sanguinor. They get 5 attacks each.
Why don't you do dual lightning claws on Death Company?
I don't think they can take them.
Oh.
Hang on. I'm going to paint the Sanguinor as a Blood Raven for no retreat to piss James the Terror off. Just take it and put it down, Mikey, but don't actually use it. Naru says you play the same armies I do, Tau, Blood Angels, and Dark Eldar, so it's lots of fun to watch. Oh, God, we've got... Phil, what armies have we got between us?
Huh?
So Phil's got Tyranids, Genestealer Cult, Nurgle, Zinch. You're on with your Salamanders.
Come on, Grey Knights.
Yeah, he's got Grey Knights. He's had Necrons at one point in the past.
Got my Eldar.
No, you don't.
Alright.
So I have...
Alright, Harry.
I've got Pawn, Demons and Word Bearers. I've got Nids. I've got Genestealer Cult. I have a large Dark Eldar and Harlequin army, so therefore, by default, I have a Yanari army. I've got a massive Blood Angel army. I've got a decent sized Tau. I've got 30 card mech. I've got Necrons. What have I missed, Phil? Deathwatch. Deathwatch is done. And I'm unbuilding my guard arm. Basically, I don't have orcs, anything Imperial that's not Admech or Blood Angels.
Hey, Harry, I'm going to be sending you some pictures of a list.
Mikey says Yanari low.
Yeah, they got stuffed.
So bad.
They got stuffed. Yeah, I sent you some images, Harry. Please look at them.
You know, right, if it said you can't soul burst on your opponent's turn, okay, I can take that. Or you can only do one of each soul burst per turn. Okay, I can deal with that. But both of them?
But you can only do one per turn, though, right? Battle round.
Your own turn.
So basically, you need that speed freak army you talked about before a while back. Yeah. You see what I sent you, Harry?
Combined with the red thirst, increase hit rolls and wound rolls by 1. I need to look at Astro. You can tell I barely looked at the Blood Angels because when I played them, the first game of 8th edition I played, I was just like, it doesn't feel like Blood Angels. I don't like it.
Did you look at the pictures I sent you, Harry?
I haven't looked yet. Wait there. Once per battle, at the start of your movement phase, Astaroth can chant a massive doom. Roll a d6 for each friendly Blood Angel infantry within 6 of him and apply the result below. So 1, the unit suffers a mortal wound. 2 to 5, you can add 1 to hit rolls made in the fight phase. Or on a 6, you can add 1 to hit rolls for units in the fight phase until the end of your turn. And in addition, they have a 4+ invulnerable save until the end of your turn. That's good, but then it's like, right, I want Astro, I want Mephisto, I want the Sanguinor, I want Librarian Dreadnought, I want Dante. That's a lot of models. That's a lot of models.
Yeah. There's a lot of models.
Primarily, though, I'm going to have, wait there. Can Vanguard veterans take 2 Thunderhammers and Storm Shields?
Well, anyway, that is the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Harry, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hopefully we'll see you next week on Monday. See you later, guys.